Let me help you level up your next crochet project with my absolute favorite way of doing crochet ribbing. I used it for my Sweetheart Raglan Sweater pattern. You can see the ribbing stitch here. I just think it looks so good. And then another example at the bottom of the sweater as well. Just looks so clean. And I'm gonna walk you through the steps on how you can recreate this ribbing stitch. We're just gonna be starting with a basic crochet chain. You don't need to have a specific ratio or anything. We're just going to chain whatever amount of stitches. So here's my little chain here. Now to start out, we're gonna do a slip stitch row. So we can just insert into our chain as normal. So insert, pull up a loop, and then pull that loop through the loop on your hook. So that's one slip stitch. We're gonna do that all the way down the row. And you wanna do this pretty loosely, that way you don't hate yourself later for making it harder on yourself to insert your hook into the stitch. When it comes to slip stitches, your tension is very important. If you do it extremely tight, it's gonna be a nightmare. So you wanna make sure you're keeping it pretty loose, and honestly, it might feel even a little too loose sometimes. As long as you're not like, this loop is not super tight on your hook and you're just nicely pulling that loop through, you should be okay. Okay, so once we get to the end, we're gonna have this little like I-cord looking thing. We're gonna chain one and turn. So now we are going to be working a yarn over slip stitch. So this kind of looks like we're starting on a half double crochet, but we're gonna complete it differently. So there's my chain one. I'm gonna yarn over like I'm starting a half double crochet. I'm gonna insert into the back loop of the slip stitch. So the back loop only. Yarn over, pull up a loop. So to complete a half double crochet, we would yarn over and pull through all three loops. But for this, we're actually going to take the loop we just pulled through, so this one, and we're gonna pull it through the other two loops on our hook. And that is a yarn over slip stitch. So once again, yarn over, insert into the back loop only, pull up a loop, and then pull that loop through the other two loops on our hook. And you'll just do that all the way down. Insert, pull up a loop, pull through two. This one's a little bit trickier to get used to, but once you do it a few times, you'll start flying. Okay, I have one more to work across, so this is kind of what it should look like here. And to keep the end of my work clean, instead of going under the back loop only of the last stitch, I'm actually gonna go under both loops. Doing this instead of just the back loop just makes the end look a lot cleaner in my opinion than doing the back loop. So I'm under both loops of the stitch instead of just the back loop, yarn over, pull up a loop. I made this last slip stitch very tight, I guess. This is why I said you don't wanna do it super tight or it'll be a nightmare. And then we'll pull that loop through, chain one, and turn. And now we're gonna do a slip stitch row again, but this time we're gonna actually go in the back loop. So going in the back loop only, yarn over, pull up a loop, and pull it through. Making sure to keep it pretty loose, and you're just gonna do that all the way down. And then once we get to the last one, like we did on the other side, instead of going just the back loop, we're gonna go under both loops of the last stitch, just for a clean edge. Chain one and turn. And you're just going to keep repeating that same exact instruction. So you're going to yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through. So we're doing our yarn over slip stitches. And then you're gonna chain one, turn, and just do a row of slip stitch in the back loop. And you'll just keep repeating this back and forth until the desired length of your ribbing. And I'll work a few more rows. That way you can kind of see what the ribbing looks like once we get a few more rows, because it's kind of hard to tell what it's gonna look like when you only have a few rows of it. Remember, once we get to the end, we wanna go under both loops and not just the back loop for a cleaner edge. Chain one, turn, work the slip stitch in the back loop row. Okay, here's what the ribbing starts to look like once you start adding some more rows to it. So this is the right side of the ribbing, and this is the wrong side. One thing to keep in mind is that the slip stitch row is worked while working on the right side, and then the yarn over slip stitch row is worked by working on the wrong side. So yeah, this is what the ribbing looks like, and it looks so clean, and it's definitely one of my favorite crochet ribbings to use. And that is how you do the crochet ribbing stitch. I really honestly just think it looks so good, much better than just like single crochets in the back loop, or like I do really like just classic slip stitch in the back loop, but it can tend to get pretty small and doesn't stretch out as much as like this stitch does. Like this feels pretty flat versus slip stitch has a lot more stretch to it. So really it kind of just depends on what you're going for. But that is how you do this ribbing stitch. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and definitely subscribe for more videos from me. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!
I wish I could leave my skin behind in this old rented room. Float my way across the great divide and be buried